Hello best friends, Christian O here. I would love it if you'd subscribe to this channel. In this video I have 10 different fragrances that undoubtedly you can say you only need to spray one and done. Yes, they are that strong and that good. Some titles did not make the cut, but I did research everything. I deep dove and asked the Facebook group and Sosprio by Xerjoff. I'm not too familiar with the Xerjoff line, but that is the first one on the list coming right up. And this list is filled with fragrances that are from $60 to $500 almost. And I know what you're thinking, that you'll never touch any of these and you can't afford them, but I have you covered. If you go to my website, we have these cool little scent sprayers for $14.95 and up. You could just buy 1 or 3 or 10 of them, or if you become a member, I only have 14 members. Will you become member number 15? It's $34.95 and you'll get $45 worth of them, which is 3 scent sprayers. Become a member today. Asked the Facebook group and asked the YouTube community, and some of the titles they said was La Vie est Belle for women is one of them, and for men everyone said Eros, Wanted by Night, Parfums de Marley, Carlisle, Bentley Man Intense. And also I must tell you that I found this cool Facebook group called Smelling Great, Feeling Great by a YouTuber named Sebastian Jarva. And they really told me some titles I've never even heard of. And tell me if you've ever heard of these titles. They said to try Rasashi Shura, Après l'amour, A Lover's Tale, and something called Perverso by Baruti, and Sosprio by Xerjoff. I'm not too familiar with the Xerjoff line, but first one on the list, Xerjoff Opera, is the closest thing I could find to Sosprio. It's right here. It's musky and vanilla and patchouli. Opens up with the ylang ylang floral. And yes, imagine this. It's safe for work. It's got a slight spice, superior, long-lasting touch of musk vanilla in the background when I said a musk vanilla. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you some of the most affordable niche and a couple titles that you guys forgot to tell me about. And there are tons more titles, but the next one's really cool. I never saw this one on anyone's fall fragrance list, but it's cost about $100, and oh my god, it's so well worth it. It's called Serge Lutens Sergi. It's perfect for the fall. Why is this not on everyone's fall list? This is a fall banger called Serge Lutens Sergi. You know, Sergi means Easterner in Arabic. That's what I was told. And also, Sergi is allegedly off the coast, northern coast of Tunisia. It's a warm, sweet oriental with tobacco leaves and amber on a bay of hay with a touch of sandalwood for powderiness. It's like entering a big high society club. It just smells so good. Think about tobacco honey floral. Just think about that. This is what you got in here. It's kind of slight spice, powdery tobacco honey floral. Compliment factors, because it's so unique. Scent trail is enormous. Projection is 3 hours. Sillage is 7 feet, is what one guy said. And this is only about $100. One of the best values on the whole list. Next up, you have spicy dark floral chocolate scent called Tom Ford Black Orchid. One spray is all you really need. If you do 2, for me it's overpowering, but you can do 2, ladies can. The thing is, this is Black Orchid Eau de Parfum, and this is just called Black Orchid Parfum, and the difference is really not too much, but it just seems a little bit more decadent, luxurious, a little bit more intensified on some of the notes with this one. So it's different for sure, but not noticeably different. It's still the exact same thing, just a different concentration, so to speak. Either one's pretty good. Either one only requires 1 spray. I haven't done all that much testing on this gold one yet. This is for men or women. Performance is outstanding. And they also do make Tom Ford Black Orchid Parfum. If you didn't know, think about differences in cheap cake or fancy cake found at Gibson's in Chicago. Coming up is something marketed to beachgoers, but maybe you could wear it in the fall. But first, I gotta show you this. One of the freshest, longest lasting, 1 spray is all you need. Paco Rabanne Invictus Legend. And this thing, compare it to the old Paco Rabanne Invictus. It's got 40% of the same notes, but this thing uses exotic spices and mineral salts. Ultimately, it's a young, hip, fresh fragrance that you wear with some cool jeans or cool clean sneakers, type casual wear. A quick story about this Invictus. The first day I wore it, I went to the mall. One shot here and one shot here. Yes, two shots, but 35-year-old sexy women were coming at me going, "Hey, Tammy, come here and smell this guy." "Sir, what do you have on? I've never smelled this before." It was like quite brand new, and they didn't even sell it at that mall yet. Daytime wear or nighttime, you can go clubbing with it. Fire. This is a compliment getter out the yin yang. And here's the fragrance that people are marketing for beachgoers. And it's really kind of interesting. It's called Amouage Beach Hut, man. And I couldn't find it less than $380 on the links down below. The interesting ingredient that this uses is called galbanum, which is a resin extracted from the ferula plants, which is the family of the carrots family. So you're thinking of that orangey, rustic arula, and you can smell it here. You've got mint in here, orange, ivy, and patchouli. You will get 10 to 14 hours longevity with this Amouage Beach Hut, man. And it came in this cool distressed shipyard box looking thing. It's pretty cool presentation it comes in. Very well made, very unique. And maybe it kind of does take you into that location on the beach where you have the feet in the Corona bottle type thing going on. Next is one spray also. I don't know if people like this so much. I feel like it's underrated and underpriced because I found big bottles on Amazon for $100. Bond number 9, New Bond Street. 2018, same year as 1 Million Lucky and 212 Party Fever came out, which are also pretty much one squared also, but we're not talking about those. It's a woody oriental with cacao, vanilla, coffee notes. It's all those leathery wood, vanilla fragrance notes, and you will get compliments, but you have to like that type of fragrance notes, which is gourmand, which means dessert, which is sweet, slight spice, and sexy. Tom Ford Cafe Rose shares many of the similar notes as that, minus the rose. Next up, if you think about it, when you spray this Oud Satin Mood, it takes me to the cliffs of La Jolla, California, to the Torrey Pines Hilton overlooking to the Pacific Ocean. It takes people anywhere else to castles. It does give you an experience. It's so luxurious, and the fragrance just evolves right to your memory, and it paints a picture like an artist would. You have something that is just a beast mode fragrance. It came from batch code 20070A, which is 2020. I don't know if they report anything wrong with this. Maison Francis Courtesan Satin Oud. When I first smell this, all I can think about is violets and roses. What it does have is Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, benzoin, which is like a resin, and it's got violet and vanilla in it, and it just, no joke, 15 hours. 4 hours, you'll have a scent trail, a sillage with it. It's very warm, it's rich, it smells sweet and smooth like vanilla. When you first smell this and spray it on your hand, it's just, it made me scream like out loud the first time I smelled it. There's got some touches of incense in it coming from the benzoin. You know what I mean? It's impressive. This is Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. So you think about the word noir, which is dark notes, and anthracite, which is metallic or carbon notes. It's very polarizing and piercing, and easily one shot will get away with the whole day. It's that long lasting. It's very complex and different than anything else I've ever smelled. It's a chypre with the Szechuan pepper to start it off and some ginger. All I can smell is dark, spicy notes, thinking of dark clouds, rain, leather jackets, and uniqueness. And one guy says he wears it to art gallery openings in New York. You know, that seems like a perfect affair for this one. And here's one that smells so good. After I open this, right? That's an addictive smell. It's just so cool and unique. It's not so good if you spray it twice. It's a leather patchouli fragrance with sandalwood and frankincense. It's dark, leathery, woody, and fruit and florals are in it too. It's all together. It's very resinous, very sticky, and just think about a time or place where you could ever possibly wear this. It's called Interlude Man by Amouage. This is called Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, raspberry, thyme, and saffron. It has some jasmine and incense, all kinds of leathers in it as well. Drying down to a leather scent with a hint of sweetness. If you wanted something similar scent to this, try Tom Ford Ombre leather. It's a lot cheaper. But did you know saffron costs £2 for $3,000? Fragrances that use saffron is like this one. Interesting enough, in Dubai, this is $450. It's called His Highness White. In America, it's only $70 because no one knows about it. This is another fragrance. One shot discount cheap niche fragrance is all you need. It lasts 10-12 hours. You won't smell yourself, but everyone else will. This Mancera Red Tobacco is people's favorite fragrance of all time for the cold weather. I'm scared to spray it. Saffron, cinnamon, nutmeg, white pear, patchouli, tobacco, vetiver, and vanilla. None other than Mancera Red Tobacco. This is extremely high, hardcore projection and scent trail. This is some of our viewers' favorite fragrances. They always talk about it. I see this on eBay, on every fragrance blog. Mancera Red Tobacco for the colder weather. That's the one you want to get. It lasts so long. It's quite not too bad of a price, finding it $150, $180 for big bottles. And here's a fragrance you guys didn't tell me about. Tom Ford Tobacco. Ooh, this is one shot and you're done. Now I want to hear from you. Let this continue, this comments. Let's continue the video down in the comments below. Tell me one fragrance that you can get away with just one trigger or half a trigger that'll last all day long. And I'll see you on the next video right here.